The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Discover the perfect show to spice up your summer.
We are going to put every single one of them behind bars.
Oh, snap, your mom is a killer.
Discover So Help Me Todd Thursdays on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Catch up with WZMQ 19 News on your schedule. The latest 19 news and weather are available around the clock at WZMQ19.com.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mitchell Reif. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the government has unveiled new charges against former President Donald Trump today, as another indictment against Trump could be approaching. Plus, a new partnership in the city of Norway, the new resource officer who will be starting in Norway Vulcan schools this fall. And later, why farmers are saying this year's fruit growing season hasn't been the most promising. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
As we head into tonight, we have seen the majority of those showers and storms clearing out for western portions of the viewing area, but still a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm lingering on. Our low temperature right around 62 degrees. Once that wind switches to the north, we'll be staying in the 60s at least for these next couple of days. Low temperatures in the 50s. As we head towards our winds, southwest 5 to 10 miles per hour. Once again, that will be switching by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. More of that warm and humid air we have been seeing being replaced by cooler, drier air. Hence, we won't be seeing much precipitation here for our Fridays. You can see here with our planner, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, waking up to mostly cloudy skies. More clouds lingering through our noon time. We're up towards 66, but that north wind blowing off a cooler Lake Superior, really not doing too much in terms of those temperatures. We're up to 65 waking up tomorrow morning. Not much improvement for the afternoon. Then as we head towards our Saturday morning, we're down towards 60. Saturday afternoon, a little bit of improvement across the interior. Florence will take you at 74.
Developing now, the government unveiled new charges against former President Donald Trump today in the classified document case against him. At this time, there are signs of another indictment against Trump could be approaching over his actions following the 2020 presidential election. Skylar Henry has more.
Special counsel Jack Smith unveiled new charges against former President Donald Trump in the classified documents case. In the grand jury's updated criminal indictment, Trump now faces accusations that he and aides asked a staffer to delete camera footage at his Florida estate in an effort to obstruct the investigation. Trump was also charged with a new additional count of willful retention of national defense information. A Trump spokesperson said the new charges are nothing more than a continued desperate and flailing attempt by the Biden administration to harass President Trump and those around him and to influence the 2024 presidential race. A third defendant, Carlos de Oliveira, a worker at the property, was charged Thursday, along with Trump and his valet. Oliveira's attorney declined to comment. Campaigning in Iowa, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is challenging Trump for the GOP nomination, was asked if Trump's legal troubles should disqualify him.
At the end of the day, voters make that decision. The problem is we've seen political indictments.
Separately on Thursday, sources tell CBS News that attorneys for the former president met with officials at the special counsel's office investigating Trump's actions following the 2020 election. On a social media platform, Trump wrote, quote, "My attorneys had a productive meeting with the DOJ this morning, explaining in detail that I did nothing wrong, was advised by many lawyers, and that an indictment of me would only further destroy our country."
Today's move brings the total number of charges Trump is facing in the classified documents case to 40. And in the Upper Peninsula, Florida man is facing charges for a high-speed chase through Menominee and Dickinson County last night. The Menominee County District Court confirms 53-year-old Michael Egan was arraigned Thursday afternoon on fleeing and eluding charges. The Menominee County Sheriff's Office was first notified of the pursuit by the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office just before 8 p.m. last night. At that time, the pursuit was heading east on US 2 towards the county line. The 35-mile chase finally ended in Nadeau Township. Deputies recorded speeds over 80 miles an hour. WZMQ will update this story as new information becomes available. In Oakland County, prosecutors are seeking a life sentence without the possibility of parole for accused school shooter Ethan Crumley. Prosecutors played audio that Crumley recorded the day prior to the shooting, during which he says, quote, "I'm going to open fire on everyone in that hallway." It was an emotional courtroom today as spectators listened to that recording while Crumley sat silent.
I understand that I'm going to prison for this. Michigan doesn't have a death penalty. I don't want to die. As funny as it may seem, I'm going to kill other people. I do not want to die. I realize how valuable life is, and I realize I broke the code of what's happening.
Crumley, who was just 15 at the time of the shooting, pleaded guilty to terrorism and first-degree murder charges last October. He injured 7 students and killed 4: 16-year-old Tate Meyer, 14-year-old Hannah St. Juliana, 17-year-old Madison Baldwin, and 17-year-old Justin Schilling. Crumley's parents are also facing charges of involuntary manslaughter associated with their son's actions. And school safety has been a hot topic around the nation, and a Dickinson County school district is taking steps to keep students safe. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle has more.
Thanks to the city splitting the nearly $200,000 total cost 50-50 with a state grant, a new school resource officer will walk the halls in Norway Vulcan School District for at least the next 3 years. The school superintendent hopes this will become a permanent addition so that the school can teach about safety starting at an early age.
So we hope after 3 years with this program that the state will extend it. I'm sure that's true of every district in the state. So we'll see how it goes, and then hopefully we can talk to our representatives and senators and the governor and get them to extend the program after this one is over.
The Norway police chief is helping the new officer transition from the city police force to the school hallways.
The idea is to get Jeff into a training where he could even start teaching some safety classes. He's a caring, energetic, goofy personality. I think he's just going to fit right in at the school.
The new officer enjoys working with children, both from his 2 years of experience in the field with Norway PD and from his church. He's a trained military police officer and understands the benefit of serving and protecting our nation's most vulnerable. He's here to foster the lives of students from early kindergarten through 12th grade. He understands this means answering career-oriented questions from the upperclassmen and some of the entertaining ones from the littles.
They'll ask if you've done anything interesting. Generally, I tell them not really that much. They're pointing out what is that, or what is this, and I think it'll be a new and fun challenge.
The school district thinks having Officer Forsberg in the halls will prove to be a meaningful educational opportunity.
We absolutely plan for the officer to go into classrooms and talk to the older kids about careers, to the younger kids about what police do and safety. We're looking forward to him being able to do that. That's a great opportunity for the kids.
The city mayor, police chief, and school superintendent all agree that having Officer Forsberg walk the halls this school year will be a great opportunity for over 500 students to learn more about safety and ease the minds of their parents. Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Norway.
And the city of Negaunee is making progress on its downtown redevelopment project, and it's updating residents on what's ahead. Crews are currently working on the infrastructure underneath Iron Street, removing old and unused pipes and hooking up businesses with brand new water lines. City officials say these first steps are vital in ensuring that the town has a vibrant and successful downtown.
I've told many folks, including the council, and they understand this as well, that this community has had a disinvestment in itself for many, many years, and now it's time for us to turn that page and start investing back into the community and the citizens of Negaunee.
The public is welcome to attend the city meetings on the project, which will be held every Thursday morning at 9 in the Negaunee Ice Arena. And as Blueberry Festival gets closer and closer, farmers are saying this year's fruit growing season hasn't been that promising. I walked around Rock River Farms today to find out what's really an ideal weather environment for planting berries and if the UP fits the bill.
If you were starting berries this year, it would have been a tough season to start berries.
Rowan Bunce, owner of Rock River Farms, says the dry and warm weather that the UP's been experiencing can keep the berries from growing at a healthy rate, but that temperature isn't the main factor.
They're actually pretty resilient when it comes to temperature and rain and things like that. So the first half of our season, no doubt, dry, hot, but lately we've been getting rain every few days and it's been hot and sunny in between, so actually that's the way to go.
As Rowan puts it, a lot of these berry plants take a lot of time to grow their healthy root systems before they even start producing any fruit. It depends on the type of berry, but usually berry plants are perennials and grow back every year. They're slow to establish, but once they do, they last a long time. When it comes to the blueberries in the UP, however, it takes a couple extra steps.
Our particular soil type here for something like blueberries isn't ideal. We kind of need more acidic, sandy soil. That's why you see a lot of wild blueberry patches along, like closer to Lake Superior, along old burns.
This set of raspberry plants, Rock River Farms planted 7 years ago, and now has a healthy base to start producing good quantities of berries. Rowan says the berries grown in the summer carry them through the long winter. Wow.
With berries, you get to put up a bunch of jam and jelly and stuff like that. So basically, it's like you're preserving summer's bounty.
If you're at the local farmer's market, try some of those local berries, because chances are it was harvested just days before.
There's definitely a lot of potential with our climate and our soil types up here to grow some really amazing fruit.
Rock River Farms is also hosting tours of their farm, where you can take just a glance at the fruits of labor. This weekend, Escanaba is hosting a convention for outdoor enthusiasts from across the country. The National Trappers Association Convention and Outdoor Expo began today at the UP State Fairgrounds. More than 100 vendors are selling furs, artwork, antique and modern traps, and other equipment. There's also a lineup of demonstrations by experts, including the cast of Discovery's The Last Alaskans. Organizers say trapping is essential to regulating wildlife populations.
Why trappers do what they do. It's about managing the resource so that we have a healthy and abundant population of raccoon, wolves, bobcats. Trapping is one of the most well-regulated outdoor sports. It makes it safe for the animal populations and for the trappers.
The Trappers Convention continues Friday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And artists and coordinators are getting Marquette's Matson Lower Harbor Park ready for the 63rd annual Art on the Rocks art show. This Saturday and Sunday, over 100 artists will be taking over the park with everything from sculptures and glasswork to paintings and jewelry. Artists are traveling from as far as California and New Mexico to display their work at this weekend's fair. The event director says seeing everyone's excitement on Saturday is always fun, but Sundays are his favorite.
Sunday's the day that you can kind of sit back and the artists have all had their experiences. You can talk to them. It's a little more casual and just really exciting to be able to kind of send it off and you know, see their excitements, see and hear the attendees' excitement.
Art on the Rocks will take place on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Matson Lower Harbor Park in Marquette. And if you've been driving through downtown Marquette in the past couple of days, you might have noticed the beginnings of a new project on the corner of 3rd and Washington Street. Hannah Milkey is the Marquette artist behind this mural on the side of Trinary Toast Cafe. She's completed multiple projects around Marquette, including inside Trinary Toast, on the Tamaki and Black Rocks buildings as well. Milkey says she can't reveal the final project just yet, but as her work continues, there's sure to be more clues to the final picture.
Oh, it's a dream come true. It's like, there are no words. I think it's every artist's goal to have a platform like this big for their work to be seen, but yeah, it's still surreal to me.
Milkey says it'll take her and her helpers a couple weeks to get the whole mural done if the weather stays nice. And your first warning weather forecast is happening after this break. And in our nation's capital, an excessive heat wash. Temperatures there could be reaching to the triple digits. We'll have the story on that. And as e-bikes have multiplied across the country, why dangers of lithium batteries continue to spread as well. We're back in 2.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Superior Collision is seeking a certified auto body technician for full-time employment. Qualified candidates can call or apply in person, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Here's your WZMQ CBS This is Home Community Calendar.
Want to help our community? I'm Megan O'Connor. This summer, Ubers United is hosting a summer volunteer program. Earn points by volunteering and completing tasks to win prizes. Winners are announced weekly for ages 13 to 17 and 18 and over. Support neighbors and have fun at the same time. Sponsored by United Way of Marquette County. Go to ubersunited.com/summer volunteer program to sign up. This message is a public service of WZMQ 19.
Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Taking a look at future cast, still some showers and thunderstorms about the region here for these next couple of hours, mainly to our north and our south, but wouldn't be surprised if a few more did pop on up here. Nonetheless, good deal of cloud cover for these next several hours into our morning of our Friday. At 6 a.m. where we're finally seeing more clearing further off to the west. Houghton, Ironwood seeing mostly sunny skies here at 6 a.m., but Marquette points eastward. Still some showers and storms lingering on, as well as some cloud cover out there towards Sault Ste. Marie. Heading into our afternoon, a little bit of lakeshore fog remaining east of the Marquette area, but for the most part, we should be seeing more sunshine. Saturday into the overnight, we do see a few more clouds. Could be seeing more bouts of them Saturday morning. Not really expecting much in terms of rain shower activities, maybe a couple of sprinkles region-wide. 11 p.m. on Saturday, once again seeing more in the way of some clearing skies and not really dealing with too much in terms of precipitation. We've already seen quite a bit of it further off to our west, not really expecting much further off to the east. Could see maybe half an inch of rain there in Sault Ste. Marie if we do get more of those storms rolling on through. The major story here is our temperature trend these next 6 to 10 days. No news is good news because we're dealing with warm conditions in the northwest, very hot conditions there in the deep south, cooler in the northeast, and we're sitting right here in the comfortable spot. We like that gray color because that means near average temperatures can be favored. So we're talking the next 6 to 10 days, so the end of the 7-day forecast plus about 3 days is when we can expect those temperatures right where they should be for this time of year. Wind outlook moving forward. This is 6 a.m. We're starting to see that northerly wind kicking on in here behind our cold front. Could be a bit gusty for the Friday daytime, and that's what's keeping those temperatures for lakeshore communities relatively in check. High pressure building in as we head towards Saturday, and you can see more of that clockwise flow, and that's a sign of that high pressure in place, and that means lighter winds for the most part, but overnight lows will be getting down a little bit cooler than we do typically see. Our high temperatures 67 Marquette, Iron Mountain, Iron River in those lower 80s. Eagle Harbor at 65, Sault Ste. Marie 77 degrees. Our tonight forecast 62. Showers and a few storms. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your Friday forecast once more mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures remaining constant in the 60s. Not seeing much change with that as we head over these next several hours. Heading into our 7-day forecast, we don't see any real impact weather for these next few days, which is of course good news. Partly cloudy skies Friday, Saturday, 67 degrees each day. We're down to 50s for Saturday through Monday overnight lows. Then our lows go into the 60s, and we'll see those temperatures build as we continue towards Monday and Tuesday. We're at 71 up towards 75 with a few more clouds arriving here for the middle of the week. With more clouds arriving, that means our rain chances will be going up, and we do see some potential for some isolated to scattered showers and storms for next Wednesday, and we will be seeing those temperatures bumping up right back towards 80 degrees again.
Thank you, AJ. And in our nation's capital, an excessive heat watch continues. Temperatures there could be reaching to the triple digits, the warmest it's ever seen in years. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp has the report.
Tourists are taking shelter in the shade as the weather drastically heats up in our nation's capital.
It is usually like pretty hot in San Diego, so I guess I'm kind of used to it, but I didn't expect it to be this warm here. DC
and the surrounding areas are under a heat advisory. Temperatures are expected to reach above 100 degrees for the first time since 2016. Meteorologists say it will feel at least 5 degrees warmer than the actual temp just because of the humidity. People who are visiting from out of town are certainly feeling the heat.
That's going to be hot for walking. That's all I gotta say.
Spiking temperatures have prompted heat warnings along the East Coast. Cities are responding to these heat waves by implementing emergency measures aimed at preventing heat-related illnesses and deaths, like opening up so-called cooling centers around D.C. for people to find some relief. Like many of the people we spoke with, they're beating the heat by avoiding the outdoors as much as possible.
Trying to do indoor stuff maybe if we can. Most of our day, we spend our time in museums during the day, so it's like a lot cooler.
And trying to visit the sites when the sun goes down.
We're also visiting the monuments at night because of the hot weather, number one.
The heat advisory is slated to stay in effect for the next few days, so DC officials are encouraging people to stay indoors with the AC on as much as possible. But if you are going to be out and about, make sure to either find some shade, of course stay hydrated, or, like myself, find any other means necessary to staying cool. In Washington, DC, Rachel Knapp reporting.
And as e-bikes have multiplied across the country, so have tragedies involving their volatile lithium batteries. Hundreds of fires, some fatal, have caught the attention of consumer advocates and fire departments, prompting the Consumer Product Safety Commission to hold a public hearing today to discuss national safety standards for battery-powered scooters, bicycles, and hoverboards. Natalie Brand reports.
This deadly fire at an e-bike repair shop in New York last month put a spotlight on the potential dangers of lithium-ion batteries.
Our members responded quickly. They did an extraordinary job to pull victims out, but the sheer volume of fire is incredibly dangerous.
New York Fire Department Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh testified at a U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission meeting Thursday as lawmakers and consumer advocates push for national safety standards.
Are these batteries safe?
I think that's a great question. I would say right now, if you have one of these in your home, you don't know.
Experts say one of the biggest risks can come from mixing and matching batteries and chargers from different manufacturers. Gabe Knight is with Consumer Reports.
I think until we have the federal safety standard and all of these devices are charged, yes, I would take extreme precaution.
That means buying a reputable brand from a reputable seller and asking whether the battery and charger are UL certified.
Unfortunately, the onus, while it should be on manufacturers and sellers to make sure what they're selling has been tested for safety, consumers right now do have to be very vigilant.
The CPSC says last year it received reports of more than 200 fire or overheating incidents nationwide involving electric-powered vehicles such as bikes, scooters, and hoverboards. The commission urges people to never use a device with a battery pack that has been modified or reworked and always be present while charging devices, never while sleeping. While federal regulation could take years, the CPSC says it's working on tougher voluntary standards for battery safety.
And after the break, the U.S. and China are in a period of strained relations over several issues, one including the future of Taiwan. We're back in 2 minutes.
It's late night. Wake up, everybody.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Hold on to your butts.
Weeknights on CBS. When the sun's out.
Things that get us excited?
Sunscreen.
Who gets excited about sunscreen? Give me that sunscreen! Woo!
The fun's out.
Oh, give me that SPF 30, SPF 50, SPF 70!
On Pictionary.
Pictionary, weekdays at 7 on WZMQ CBS.
This is home, it's where we
wow, good job.
This is home, and together we're whoa, this is home. This is home.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
D-E-P-R.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Sarah Blakely.
The U.S. and China are in a period of strained relations over several issues, including the future of Taiwan. Beijing views the independently governed island as a part of its territory, and that has Washington contemplating what a Chinese invasion of Taiwan might look like. Think tanks are playing out different scenarios and U.S. responses. Skylar Henry reports.
As Biden administration officials look to ease tensions with their Chinese counterparts, think tanks are mapping out how those tensions could escalate if mainland China invaded Taiwan.
This is our game board, which has multiple components. The main part was a theater map that shows sort of East Asia or the Western Pacific.
Stacey Pettyjohn is with the Center for New American Security, a think tank working alongside the Pentagon and Congress as they weigh crucial decisions on budgets and military strategy.
China really is an economic competitor and has that latent power to challenge the United States in all aspects.
To illustrate those challenges, the center created this board game. It has a rule book, counters and markers representing aircraft and battleships, even graphs showing the impact of economic sanctions. Illinois Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy played the game in real time.
Was there any aspect of it that was eye-opening for you?
Oh, sure. I think that one is we should never, ever have that conflict actually materialize. That would be a bad day for the world.
He and fellow lawmakers maneuvered through potential scenarios, including Chinese warships targeting Taiwanese chip manufacturers and attacks over disputed territories in the South China Sea.
We need to see the CCP engage in less dangerous behavior, aggressive behavior, militaristic behavior that could spark a conflict someday.
There's no easy solution, but there are lots of things that we can do, like build more of the right missiles, improve the resiliency of our bases and our posture, that actually dramatically will improve the situation.
Pettyjohn worries U.S. strategy is behind when it comes to China, but says games like this are a move in the right direction.
We'll have one last look at your weather forecast right after the break, as well as an enormous sandwich has been named as one of the world's largest. We're back in 2.
We believe in patriotism. We believe in our country. For 100 years, veterans have been impacting our nation through the American Legion. Learn more at legion.org/webelieve.
Shop our huge selection of Amish-crafted dining room sets at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Browse our large in-stock collection and customize with a special order. With 1-year no-interest financing available, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture today.
Celebrate the 95th UP State Fair, presented by the Island Resort and Casino. Gear up for the best fair ever. Enjoy food, fun, rides, and great entertainment. It's August 14th through August 20th. Don't wait. Get your tickets now at upstatefair.net. WZMQ TV 19, reserved champion sponsor of the 2023 UP State Fair.
These ladies were a part of the soundtrack of my childhood. I'm having the ultimate girlfriend moment with SWV. Who has gotten into the most trouble? Uh-oh. I don't call it trouble. I just like to have the most fun. Plus, Call Me Cats, Mayim B. Alec, and Julian Gantz.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6. Going about your business isn't easy these days. Consumer values and tastes are changing. We're here with ideas and information to help your business grow.
I need an advertising partner that meets my needs and is invested in my success. I have that partner with TV 19.
Let us create the right advertising campaign that delivers for your business. Call us now at 906-362-1919. WZMQ works for you.
Final check of your weather before we go to bed. 62 degrees, our overnight low temperature. Still seeing a few showers and thunderstorms lingering about the region. Southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's switching around a bit here with the arrival of that cold front, and temperatures we're talking well into the 80s today. Bit of a different story tomorrow. We will not be leaving the 60s, and we won't be seeing temperatures like that at least over these next 7 days. Let's talk about Friday first, though. 66 degrees, north wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. A little bit stronger for the afternoon. Partly cloudy skies take us into the evening with temperatures very steady for the majority there of the day. Right to our 7-day forecast. We're going with 60s these next few days, as you can see here with our outlook. 67 Friday, Saturday with partly cloudy skies. Sunday, Monday, temperatures up to the 70s. We're mid-70s heading into Tuesday. More in the way of some clouds arrive, and that could lead to some rain showers and potential for some thunderstorms next Wednesday with a high near 80 degrees.
And finally tonight, an enormous bologna sandwich, billed as one of the largest, has been unveiled at a fair in central Pennsylvania. The 150-foot-long sandwich was created Tuesday night at the Lebanon Area Fair. Lebanon bologna is known for its distinct smoky and tangy flavor. Penn Live reports a large crew of volunteers known as the Bologna Security used 600 slices of provolone cheese and 1,200 slices of half-sweet and original Seltzer's Lebanon bologna to create 900 sandwiches, or 6 sandwiches per foot. Every footing bite was sponsored at $100 per foot, and the money was donated to Lebanon County Christian Ministries and its efforts to help food dealing with people with food insecurities. That's all the time we have for tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at 6/5 Central. Have a great night.
It's late night. Wake up, everybody.
The Emmy-nominated Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Hold on to your butts.
Weeknights on CBS.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric Thies here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL